The words of the blessing of Enoch, wherewith he blessed the elect, and righteous who will be living in the days of tribulation, when all the wicked and godless are to be removed. Then Enoch, a righteous man whose eyes were opened by God, took up his parable and said, I saw the vision of the Holy One in the heavens, which the angel showed me, and from them I heard everything, and from them I understood as I saw, but not for this generation, but for a remote one which is for to come. Concerning the elect I said, and took up my parable concerning them. The Holy Great One will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth, even on Mount Sinai, and will appear in the strength of his might from the heaven of heaven. Then all shall be smitten with fear, and the watchers shall quake and great fear, and trembling shall seize them unto the ends of the earth. And the high mountain shall be shaken, and the high hill shall be made low, and shall melt like wax before the flame. And the earth shall be wholly rent in sunder, and all that is upon the earth shall perish, and there shall be a judgment upon all. But with the righteous he will make peace, and will protect the elect, and mercy shall be upon them, and they shall all belong to God, and they shall be prospered, and they shall all be blessed, and he will help them all, and light shall appear unto them, and he will make peace with them, and the holy cometh with 10,000s of his holy ones to execute judgment upon all, and to destroy all the ungodly, and to convict all flesh of all the works of their ungodliness which they have ungodly committed, and of all the hard things which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Chapter 2, the creation. Observe ye everything that takes place in the heaven, how they do not change their orbits, and the luminaries which are in the heaven, how they all rise and set in order each in its season, and transgress not against their appointed order. Behold ye the earth, and give heed to the things which take place upon it from first to last, how steadfast they are, how none of the things upon earth change, but all the works of God appear to you. Behold the summer and the winter, how the whole earth is filled with water, and clouds and dew and rain lie upon it. Observe and see how in the winter all the trees seem as though they had withered and shed all their leaves, except 14 trees which do not lose their foliage, but retain the old foliage from 2 to 3 years till the new comes. And again, observe ye the days of summer, how the sun is above the earth over against it, and you seek shade and shelter by reason of the heat of the sun, and the earth also burns with growing heat, and so you cannot tread on the earth or on a rock by reason of its heat. Observe ye how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit, wherefore give heed and know with regard to all his works, and recognize how he that liveth forever hath made them so, and all his works go on thus from year to year forever, and all the tasks which they accomplish for him, and their tasks change not, but according as God hath ordained, so is it done. And behold how the sea and the rivers in like manner accomplish and change not their task from his commandment. shall find no peace. Therefore shall ye execrate your days, and the years of your life shall perish, and the years of your destruction shall be multiplied in eternal abomination, and ye shall find no mercy. In those days ye shall make your names an eternal abomination unto all the righteous, and by you shall all who curse all the sinners and godless shall imprecate by you, and for you the godless there shall be a curse, and all the righteous shall rejoice, and there shall be forgiveness of sins, and every mercy and peace and forbearance there shall be salvation unto them, a goodly life. And for all of you sinners there shall be no salvation, but on you all shall abide the curse of the beast. But for the elect there shall be light and joy and peace, and they shall inherit the earth. And then there shall be bestowed upon the elect wisdom, and they shall all live and never again sin, neither through ungodliness or through pride. But they who are wise shall be humble, and they shall not again transgress, nor shall they sin all the days of their life, nor shall they die of anger or wrath, but they shall complete the number of the days of their life, and their lives shall be increased in peace, and the years of their joy shall be multiplied in eternal gladness and peace all the days of their life. And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of the heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Semjaza, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear you will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations, not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then swore they all together, bound by mutual imprecations upon it. 200 descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon, and they called it Mount Hermon, for there they bound themselves with an oath. And these are the names of the leaders: Samra, Zaza, Krog, Baramil, Kokabel, Tamblel, Amaron, Daldail, Ezekil, Barakijal, Asel, Armarus, Batarel, Ananel, Zaklel, Samsapil, Satarel, Turel, Jomjael, Sariel. These are the chiefs of tens, and all the others together with them took unto themselves wives, and each chose for himself one. And they began to go in unto them, and to defile themselves with them. And enchantments, the cutting of roots, the knowledge of plants. They became pregnant and bare great giants, whose height was 3,000 ales. They consumed all the acquisitions of men, then turned against them and devoured mankind. They And as Azel taught men to forge the sword and the shield, the metals of the earth, the art of war, bracelets, ornaments, and the beautifying of the eyelids, the costly stones and tinctures of color. And there arose much godlessness, fornication, and corruption in all their ways. Semjaza taught enchantments and root cuttings. Amaros taught the resolving of enchantments. Barakijal taught astrology. Kokabel the constellations. Ezekiel the knowledge of the clouds. Arakil the signs of the earth. Shamshil the signs of the sun. And Serial the course of the moon. And as men perish they cry. Their cry went up to heaven. Their cry went up to heaven.
And then Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from heaven and saw much blood being shed upon the earth, and all lawlessness being wrought upon the earth. And they said one to another, the earth made without inhabitant cries. The voice of their crying goes up to the gates of heaven. And now to you, the holy ones of heaven, the souls of men make their suit, saying, bring our cause before the Most High. And they said to the Lord of the ages, Lord of lords, God of gods, King of kings, and God of the ages, the throne of thy glory standeth unto all the generations of the ages, and thy name holy and glorious and blessed unto all the ages. Thou hast made all things, and power over all things hast thou, and all things are naked and open in thy sight, and thou seest all things, and nothing can hide itself from thee. To whom thou hast given authority to bear rule over his associates. And they have gone to the daughters of men upon the earth, and have slept with the women, and have defiled themselves, and revealed to them all kinds of sins. And the women have borne giants, and the whole earth has thereby been filled with blood and unrighteousness. And now, behold, the souls of those who have died are crying out, making their suit to the gates of heaven, and their lamentations have ascended and cannot cease, because of the lawless deeds which are wrought on the earth. And thou knowest all things before they come to pass, and thou seest these things, and thou dost suffer them, and thou dost not say to us what we are to do to them in regard to thee.
Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One spake and sent Uriel to the son of Lemech, and said to him, go to Noah and tell him in my name, hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and a deluge is about to come upon the whole earth. and will destroy all that is on it. And now instruct him that he may escape, and his seed may be preserved for all the generations of the world.
And again the Lord said to Raphael, bind Azazel hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness, and make an opening in the desert, which is indeed hell, and cast him therein, and place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him abide there forever, and cover his face, that he may not see light. And on the day of the great judgment, he shall be cast into the fire, and heal the earth which the angels have corrupted, and proclaim the healing of the earth, that they may heal the plague, and that all the children of men may not perish through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed, and have taught their sons. And the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel. To him ascribe all sin. And to Gabriel said the Lord, proceed against the bastards and the reprobates, and against the children of fornication, and destroy the children of the watchers from amongst men. Send them one against the other, that they may destroy each other in battle. For length of days shall they not have, and no request that they make of thee shall be granted unto their fathers on their behalf. For they hope to live an eternal life. Each one of them will live 500 years. And the Lord said unto Michael, go bind Sam Lizards and his associates, who have united themselves with women, so as to have defiled themselves with them in all their uncleanness. And when the sons have slain one another, and they have seen the destruction of their beloved ones, bind them fast for 70 generations in the valleys of the earth, till the day of the judgment and of their formation, till the judgment that is forever and ever is consummated. In those days they shall be led off to the abyss of fire, and to the torment and the prison in which they shall be confined forever. And whosoever shall be condemned and destroyed will from thenceforth be bound together with them to the end of all generations, and destroy all the spirits of the reprobate and the children of the watchers, because they have wronged mankind. Draw all wrong from the face of the earth, and let every evil
And all desirable trees shall be planted on it, and they shall plant vines on it. And the vine which they plant thereon shall yield wine in abundance. And as for all the seed which is sown thereon, each measure shall bear 1,000. And each measure of olive shall yield 10 presses of oil. And cleanse thou the earth from all oppression, and from all unrighteousness, and from all sin, and from all godlessness. And all the uncleanness that is wrought upon the earth destroy from off the earth. And all the children of men shall become righteous, and all nations shall offer adoration and shall praise me. And all shall worship me. And the earth shall be cleansed from all defilement, and from all sin, and from all punishment, and from all torment. And I will never again send upon it from generation to generation and forever. And in those days I will open the store chambers of blessing which are in the heaven, so as to send them down upon the earth over the work and labor of the children of men. And truth and peace shall be associated together throughout all the days of the world, and throughout all the generations of men. Before these things Enoch was hidden, and no one of the children of men knew where he was hidden, and where he abode, and what had become of him. And his activities had to do with the watchers, and his days were with the holy ones. And I, Enoch, was blessing the Lord of majesty and the King of the ages. And lo, the watchers called me Enoch the scribe, and said to me, Enoch, thou scribe of righteousness, go declare to the watchers of the heaven, who have left the high heaven, the holy eternal place, and have defiled themselves with women, and have done as the children of earth do, and have taken unto themselves wives. Say to them, ye have wrought great destruction on the earth, and ye shall have no peace, no forgiveness of sin. And inasmuch as they delight themselves in their children, the murder of their beloved ones shall they see, and over the destruction of their children shall they lament, and shall make supplication unto eternity. But mercy and peace shall ye not attain. And Enoch went and said, Azazel, thou shalt have no peace. A severe sentence has gone forth against thee to put thee in bonds, and thou shalt not have toleration nor request granted to thee, because of the unrighteousness which thou hast taught, and because of all the works of godlessness and unrighteousness and sin which thou hast shown to men. Then I went and spoke to them all together, and they were all afraid, and fear and trembling seized them. And they besought me to draw up a petition for them, that they might find forgiveness, and to read their petition in the presence of the Lord of heaven.
Far from thenceforward they could not speak with him, nor lift up their eyes to heaven for shame of their sins, for which they had been condemned. Then I wrote out their petition, and the prayer in regard to their spirits and their deeds individually, and in regard to their request that they should have forgiveness and lend. And I went off and sat down at the waters of Dan, in the land of Dan, to the south of the west of Hermon. I write their petition till I fell asleep, and behold, a dream came to me, and visions fell down upon me, and I saw visions of chastisement, and a voice came bidding me to tell it to the sons of heaven and reprimand them. And when I awaked, I came unto them, and they were all sitting gathered together, weeping in Abel's jail, which is between Lebanon and Senecer, with their faces covered. And I recounted before them all the visions which I had seen in sleep, and I began to speak the words of righteousness, and to reprimand the heavenly watchers.
book of the words of righteousness, and of the reprimand of the eternal watchers, in accordance with the command of the Holy Great One. In that vision I saw in my sleep, what I will now say, with the tongue of flesh and with the breath of my mouth, which the Great One has given to men, to converse therewith and understand with the heart.
As he has created and given to man the power of understanding the word of wisdom, so hath he created me also and given me the power of reprimanding the watchers, the children of heaven. I wrote out your petition, and in my vision it appeared thus:
that your petition will not be granted unto you throughout all the days of eternity, and that judgment has been finally passed upon you. Your petition will not be granted unto you. And from henceforth you shall not ascend into heaven unto all eternity. In bands of the earth the decree has gone forth to bind you for all the days of the world. And you shall see the destruction of your beloved sons, and ye shall have no pleasure in them, but they shall fall before you by the sword, and your petition on their behalf shall not be granted, nor yet on your own, even though you weep and pray.
And the vision was shown to me thus:
behold, in the vision clouds invited me, and a mist summoned me. The course of the stars and the lightning sped and hastened me, and the winds in the vision caused me to fly and lifted me upward and bore me into heaven. And I went in till I drew nigh to a wall, which is built of crystals and surrounded by tongues of fire, and it began to affright me. I went into the tongues of fire.
Its ceiling was like the path of the stars and the lightnings, and between them were fiery cherubim. And their heaven was water. A flaming fire surrounded the walls, and its portals blazed with fire.
I entered into that house, and it was hot as fire and cold as ice. There were no delights of life therein. Fear covered me, and trembling got hold upon me. As I quaked and trembled, I fell upon my face, and I beheld a vision. There was a second house, greater than the former, and the entire portal stood open before me. And it was built of flames of fire. In every respect it excelled in splendor and magnificence, an extent that I cannot describe to you. Its splendor and its extent. Its floor was of fire, and above it were lightnings and the path of the stars, and its ceiling also was flaming fire. I looked and saw therein a lofty throne. Its appearance was as crystal, and the wheels thereof as the shining sun. And there was the vision of cherubim. From underneath the throne came streams of flaming fire, so that I could not look thereon. And the great glory sat thereon, and his raiment shone more brightly than the sun, and was whiter than any snow. None of the angels could enter and could behold his face, by reason of the magnificence and glory. And no flesh could behold him. The flaming fire was round about him, and a great fire stood before him. 10,000 times 10,000 were before him, yet he needed no counselor. To him did not leave by night, nor depart from him. And until then I had been prostrate on my face, trembling. And the Lord called me with his own mouth and said to me, come hither, Enoch, and hear my word. And one of the holy ones came to me and waked me, and he made me rise up and approach the door. And I bowed my face downwards. He answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, fear not, Enoch, thou righteous man and scribe of righteousness, approach hither and hear my voice. And go, say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them, you should intercede for men and not men for you. Wherefore have ye left the high, holy and eternal heaven, and lain with women, and defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of earth, and begotten giants as your sons? Though ye were wholly spiritual, living the eternal life, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten with the blood of flesh. As the children of men ye have lusted after flesh and blood, as those also do who die and perish. Therefore have I given them wives also, that they might impregnate them, and beget children by them, that thus nothing might be wanting to them on earth. But you were formerly spiritual, living the eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world. And therefore I have not appointed wives for you, for as for the spiritual ones of the heaven, in heaven is their dwelling. And now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from men, and from the watchers is their origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits shall they be called.
The spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble.
when men work much evil on earth, say to them therefore, you have no peace.
Angels took and brought me to a place in which those who were there were like flaming fire, and when they wished they appeared as men. And they brought me to the place of darkness, to a mountain whose summit reached to heaven. I saw the places of the luminaries, the treasuries of the stars and of the thunder, and in the uttermost depths a fiery bow and arrows a-quiver, a fiery sword and all the lightnings. They took me to the living waters, and to the fire of the west, which receives every setting of the sun. I came to a river of fire, in which the fire flows like water, discharging itself into the great sea towards the west. I saw the great rivers and came to the great river, and to the great darkness I went to the place where no flesh walks. I saw the mountains of the darkness of winter, and the place whence all the waters of the deep flow. I saw the mouths of all the rivers of the earth, and the mouth of the deep. I saw the treasuries of all the winds. He had furnished with them the whole creation, and the firm foundations of the earth. I saw the corner, reef stone of the earth. I saw the four winds which bear the firmament of heaven. I saw how the winds stretch out the vaults of heaven, their station between heaven and earth. These are the pillars of the heaven.
I saw the winds of heaven,
which turn and bring the circumference of the sun,
of the sun,
and all the stars to their setting.
to their setting.
I saw the winds on the earth carrying the clouds. I saw the paths of the angel.
To the angel,
I saw at the end of the earth the firmament of the heaven above, and I proceeded and saw a place which burns day and night, where there are 7 mountains of magnificent stones.
magnificent stones.
3 towards the east and 3 towards the south, and those towards the east, 1 of colored stone, 1 of pearl and 1 of jacinth. Those towards the south of red stone, but the middle one reached to heaven like the throne of God, of alabaster, its summit of sapphire. And I saw a flaming fire beyond these mountains, the region, the end of the great earth. There the heavens were completed. I saw a deep abyss with columns of heavenly fire, and among them columns of fire fall, beyond measure alike in height and in depth. And beyond that abyss I saw a place with no firmament of heaven above, no firmly founded earth beneath it, no water upon it, no birds. It was a waste and horrible place. I saw 7 stars like great burning mountains. I inquired regarding them,
And the angel said,
this place is the end of heaven and earth. This has become a prison for the stars and the host of heaven. The stars which roll over the fire are they which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord in the beginning of their rising, for they did not come forth at their appointed times. He was wroth with them and bound them till the time when their guilt shall be consummated for 10,000 years.
And Uriel said to me, here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with women. Their spirits assuming many forms are defiling mankind, leading them astray into sacrificing to demonic dogs. The stars which roll over the fire are they which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord in the beginning of their rising, for they did not come forth at their appointed times. He was wroth with them and bound them till the time when their guilt shall be consummated for 10,000 years. And Uriel said to me, here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with women. Their spirits assuming many forms are defiling mankind, leading them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods. Here shall they stand till the day of the great judgment, when they shall be judged till they are made an end of. And the women also of the angels who went astray shall become sirens.
and I, Enoch,
Alone
saw the vision
the ends,
of all things,
and no man shall see.
as I have seen. Oh, my Ayla, my Ayla, my Ayla.
These are the names, the holy angels who watch mankind. Uriel over the world and Tartarus, Raphael over the spirits of men, Reggae, who takes vengeance on the luminaries, Michael over the best of mankind and over chaos, Raphael, who is set over the spirits who sin in the spirit, Gabriel over paradise, the serpents and the cherubim, Remiel, whom God set over those who rise. And I proceeded to where things were chaotic. I saw neither heaven above nor earth beneath, but a place chaotic and horrible. There I saw 7 stars bound together, like great mountains burning with fire. Then I said, for what sin are they bound, and on what account have they been cast hither?
He'll answer, he's a ransom, he's a one,
These are you.
he's a lancer, he's a ransom, he's a one.
against the commandment of the Lord. They are bound here till 10,000 years, till their guilt is consummated. From thence I went to another place, more horrible than the former. A great fire burned and blazed, a cleft as deep as the abyss, full of descending columns of fire. I said, how fearful is this place, how terrible to look upon. You real answer. Is the prison of the angels. Here they will be imprisoned forever. Diesel answer. Diesel answer. Diesel.
Their spirit shall not be slain in judgment, nor shall they be raised. Then I bless the Lord of glory, blessed be my Lord, the Lord of righteousness, who ruleth forever.
From thence I went west to the ends of the earth. I saw fire running without rest, day and night unceasing. I asked,
What is this which rests not?
Reggae answered.
This fire is the fire of the west, which persecutes all the luminaries of heaven.
I went to a mountain range of fire, and beyond it 7 magnificent mountains, stones of beauty, radiant and glorious. The 7th mountain stood in the midst, its height like a throne. Fragrant trees encircle it. Among them, a tree beyond all fragrance, its fruit like dates of the palm, its wood and leaves withering not forever. I said, how beautiful is this tree? Michael answered, this mountain is the throne of God, where the Lord of glory shall sit. This fragrant tree is not for mortals till the day of judgment. Then it shall be given to the righteous, its fruit for the elect, its fragrance in their bones. They shall live long lives, free of sorrow.
Then I bless the eternal King, who has prepared such things for the righteous.
I went to the middle of the earth, where trees abounded, streams ran beneath the mountains, deep ravines stretched between. Uriel said, this accursed valley is for the accursed forever, for those who spoke hard things against the Lord.
From thence I went to the east. I saw deserts, aromatic trees, frankincense, myrrh, cinnamon, and aloe. I saw mountains full of nard and pepper. I came to the garden of righteousness, where stood 2 great trees, and the tree of knowledge, its fruit like the vine, its fragrance far-reaching. Raphael said, this is the tree of wisdom, from which thy father and mother ate. They knew they were naked and were driven from the garden. I went to the ends of the earth. I saw beasts and birds of many forms. I saw the portals of heaven, the stars and their paths. Uriel showed me their names, their laws, their courses, their companies. I saw the north winds, cold hail, frost, snow, dew, and rain. I saw the portals of the west, the south, and the east, where stars and winds flow in their appointed paths. And as often as I saw, I bless the Lord of glory. I praised his wondrous works, that angels, spirits, and men might glorify the work of his hands forever and ever.